What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video on my channel, Jake Snipes. Today is Tuesday. We got game 5 against the Thunder and Spurs. Series is tied 2-2. I can't wait for it. I hope it's a great game. But before we talk about that, let's go over our picks from yesterday. Karl Anthony Towns, he only got 3 assists. This blowout really hurt our picks. He had 3 assists, I think all in the first half, but obviously because of the blowout, didn't play much in the second half. Still had a great game, 19 points, 14 rebounds. He played awesome. Mikal Bridges had 15 points, exactly what we needed for his over. Surprisingly, he didn't shoot well. He shot 4 for 16. He's been shooting well most of the playoffs, so this was kind of crazy to see. He still got the 6 free throws, which got him to 15, so we'll take it. Jared Allen only had 6 points. He didn't really do much. Like I said, this blowout didn't help us at all. The blowout did help James Harden under assist. That was an easy pick. So we did go 2-2 yesterday. Knicks advanced to the finals. I think that's awesome for the NBA. It's awesome for the NBA that the Knicks are good again overall. Madison Square Garden is going to be pretty lit for the finals, so that's going to be cool to see just as a basketball fan. But yeah, other than that, for Game 5, let me go here. I want to talk about what I discussed in the Game 4 video. So remember I discussed how they should guard Shea, how stop doubling him because everybody else is getting great open looks and everybody's shooting the ball well on Thunder. I would just guard him single coverage, put Stephon Castle in him, stay home on all the shooters, and just let him get his. And what do you know? That's exactly what happened. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Nobody did anything for the Thunder. Casey Wallace, he didn't get his open looks, only shot 1 for 3. Chet Holmgren 0 for 1. Lou Dort didn't get anything going. Jalen Williams, who shot awesome, who's been shooting awesome all series, shot 1 for 7. It had air balls in there. The crowd booed him. Caruso didn't even get an attempt. Only 1 shot all game. Only played 14 minutes. Jared McCain, another guy who was shooting the ball well, 0 for 5. So nobody else did anything. And Shea got his shot attempts, but he had a bad game. 6 for 15, 19 points, minus 18, plus minus. So the coverage that I talked about is actually what they did, and it actually worked. Like I said, I might start another channel just for fun to talk about this nerdy side of basketball outside of just these player bets, but that's a story for another time. So what's hurting them is Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell being out, the second and third primary ball handlers behind SGA. So now Shea is the only one that could create offense out there, so their offense is struggling, which is why they only scored 80-something points, right? Aaron Wiggins got some time. He got 11 shots, but he couldn't create offense for himself or anybody. Isaiah Joe tried handling the ball. Those are 2 great players, but creating offense for others is not what they do. They're great at creating it. They're great at just spotting up. They get the swing pass and maybe there's a hard closeout and they drive around them. They're good at that. But you can't ask them to bring the ball up and then create something for yourself or for somebody else. That's not their game. SGA is the only guy that could do that as long as Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell remain out. So I think their offense is going to struggle. So I expect a lot of unders to hit. But we'll talk about the first 4 picks here in a second. Other than that, Wemby had a great game. I still don't know why his line is still at 24.5. We'll see. Dylan Harper, ever since game 1, hasn't been doing a whole lot. He's playing well, he's not getting the stats that he was getting. Still had a 25 plus minus, which is ridiculous. So he is playing well, but he's kind of hard. You just don't know what you're going to get from him. But other than that, yeah, like I said, I nerded out for a second. Other than that, let's get to the first 4 picks for Game 5. Now, I don't know where this line came from, but this is how this is snuck under the radar. De'Aaron Fox, over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, he has missed a couple games, but when he does play, he clears this line easily. He's averaging 29.5 in the last 5 games that he did play. So you see the 3 last Minnesota games. He missed games 1 and 2. Played games 3 and 4. Last game he had 10 rebounds. I did not know that. Double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds, and still contributed 5 assists. Doing a little bit of everything. And not only is this has 100% hit rate in the last 5, if you look at the last 20, 70%. Head-to-head against the Thunder, 70%. So he's just it's just a great line, and with great odds. I mean, look at positive Fanatics, you get at plus 105, Novik 103. Great odds for these as well, but if you can get at positive, that's awesome. So that's gonna be our first pick. Our second pick, we're gonna keep taking it. Wemby, 24.5. He's hit it in 3 of the 4 games this series. Only missed it in game 2. A little bit of the letdown from 41. But I still think this is low. He's averaging 28 in the last 5. If the 60% scares you, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, this was a blowout, and this was he just didn't have it going that game. I think he's going to be more focused. I think he knows the stakes of the team that wins this game 5 after 2-2 most likely wins the series. So I think he's going to come out prepared, hungry, aggressive. So this is going to be my second pick. He's shooting over 53% for the field, which is awesome. Considering how many shots he gets almost 18 attempts. 39%, which is decent. You know, you like a little bit better with this type of volume. But, I mean, he is, 7'5". You know, shooting almost 40% is awesome for his size. 86%, which you'll take every time. Only missed a couple all playoffs. So that's going to be our second pick. Our 2 Thunder picks. Jalen Williams, like I said, we're going to take some unders in this game because I think the coverage is going to be different. Rebounds and assists under 6.5. He's only averaging about 4 a game in the last 5 games. Okay, so did he just not play against Minnesota? Huh, interesting. But anyway, if you look at the first 4 games against San Antonio, 3, 5, 6, 4 hasn't hit it. And not only that, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Kendrick Williams, who's like the 4th or 5th big man on the bench of the Thunder, who's actually really good. He could get a lot of playing time for other teams. He actually got some playing time and he played well. He's one of the few guys that actually shot well. Let's see, 3 for 7, so not great. But I do remember him. He hit these 2 back-to-back corner threes in like 20 seconds apart. I think he's gonna get more playing time just because he did have a bright spot there, and which means gonna be less minutes for Jalen Williams. So I don't think the opportunities are going to be there, and obviously he's just not clearing this line. So until this line adjusts, this is a great one to take, especially if you get at 7.5. It's been going back and forth between 6.5, 7.5, but he's barely averaging 4 a game. So this is an easy under to take, and this is going to be the 3rd pick. Before I share my pick with you guys, I want to remind everybody to sign up for better using my promo code SNIPES. Using my promo code will give you 2 no sweat entries up to $200 in bonus cash. So up to $100 per entry will give you 2 free swings at it. Either you win or you get all your money back. You don't lose in this situation. Take advantage of the offer. There's a bunch of free picks in there. There's profit boosts. There's multipliers. A lot going on in the Better app. I'll have the link down below in the description. Sign up for Better using my promo code SNIPES, and good luck. With our last pick, we've taken this pick, I think, basically every game this series. SGA over 7.5 assists. Now, it didn't clear last game. He was right at 7, needed 1 more, but obviously it was a blowout. Nobody was shooting well. So it was hard. Surprised he even got 7, to be honest with you, the way they played. I still think 7.5 is too low. They're going to be OKC is playing at home today, so they're going to get that home crowd boost, so they will shoot slightly better, even with the same type of coverage. But other than that, 10 in the last 5 games, 12, 9, 12, 7. I think we're going to get about 9, 10-ish. He's probably going to get a double-double just because the home crowd is going to do what they can to get some of these guys out of the shooting slump. I don't think Jared McCain's going to go 0 for 5 again. I think Caruso's going to at least shoot 1. Casey Wallace, I think he could get 2. So if you want to take a look at those lines as well, you can. But I think 7.5 is just too low, and I'm surprised it's been this basically the whole series. So we're going to take it, and that's going to be our 4 picks. I think this game is going to be really close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like Game 4 was, and I think we're going to go 4-0. I'm excited for this game. So let's go ahead and get these picks in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.